All right, hello. Oh, sorry, my timer's getting ahead of me. Let me get back there. All right, here we go. I'll start it and we can start step touching. All right, today's workout is a mix. It's going to be cardio, it's going to be strength. The weights that I have here, I've got a variety. I've got 10, 5s, 3s, I've got a 15, and I've got a band. I'm going to use all of those for upper body. I'm going to take care of our lower body today with the cardio moves. So, plenty of work on your legs, just not going to be as traditional as squats and lunges, which we've been doing this week too. All right, I'm just pulling my heel in towards my butt to help stretch out my quads a little bit. And then I'm going to bring my knees forward, good posture, shoulders down and back. And we're kind of sort of a modified superset here. So my whole first round is going to be bicep oriented. We're going to have biceps, cardio, biceps. And that's going to get us through our first 5-minute set. Our second set will be triceps, then shoulders, and then back. Go ahead, just grab a set of weights. We're doing a regular old bicep curl. So weights are just at your thigh and come right up. So these sets are moderate length, about 50 seconds each, with a 10-second recovery in between. I'm going all the way, I'm not speeding, just a little split stance. I've got just a nice even rhythm going up to my shoulders, down pretty much to my thighs. We're going to put these down in a few seconds and make sure when you put them down, you get them out of the way because we're going to be doing our cardio interval after this. There is a transition, so you'll have time. All right, good. Put those down. First cardio interval is a jack, 2 jacks, high knee, jack, jack, high knee, jack, jack, knee, knee. Now, if you're not jumping today, it looks like this. Tap, tap, knee, knee. Tap, tap, knee, knee. Tap, tap. Good. So you can go high impact. Whoops. I almost missed one. But you can definitely get a good cardio workout even without jumping. For some people, it's bad on your knees or your ankles. If you accidentally get 3 of something or 1, it's no biggie. Just keep moving. Good, finish those 2. All right, grabbing my weights back, still on biceps. This time I'm gonna come out to the side. So my elbows are still into my waist. And I'm gonna come all the way up. Little bit of a different angle for your bicep. You'll catch your breath here because we have another cardio coming up. So this is real traditional interval training in the sense that your heart rate's going to go up and then it's going to come back down. Getting there. Your biceps should be getting a little bit tired by now. Again, it's in the vein of a superset, so we're sticking with one muscle group the whole time. 3, 2, 1. Good, put that down. All right, our next cardio. This is where the leg work comes in. All right, there's a little jump to this one. So I'm gonna model the jump first. You're gonna squat, jump a little to the side to get into a lunge, squat, lunge to the other side. So squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Now, obviously, you're pivoting, so if you don't leave the ground, you're gonna hurt your ankle. If you're not jumping today, then it's a squat, lunge on one side, squat, lunge on the other. Squat, lunge, or squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Watch your knees on this. This is where you're really gonna feel the legs. You don't need heavy weights to get a good quad burn. Like I'm burning now. And we've got 4 sets like this. 2, 1, good. Last time with the weights. putting those together. So now I've got a W. We're going to come up, down, not quite all the way, then up to the side. So you're not going quite down, so you're always going to have some tension. I got my heart rate up a lot. Good. After this, we're going to get a full minute of recovery. So we'll stretch your biceps. These are 10 pounds. At the gym, I use about a 12 and a half, but I don't usually do 3 minutes in a row, more or less in a row. We're kind of taking that rest, but instead of resting, right, we're resting our biceps, but we're using that to bring the cardio into it. So it's really effective in being fast with our workouts. Good. All right. Put your weights safely down to the side. Open thumbs up, thumbs down. Roll back. All right, so we still have a little rest here. I'm going to set my watch because I keep forgetting to. Let's see. Good. All right, a little quad stretch. That second set of cardio is, lose my balance, is really, really, really heavy on the thigh work. So you don't have to go as deep. You can always go slower. And again, if you don't want to jump, I'm going to show it again, right? So the jumping version, you got to get your feet off the ground in order to get there. If you're not jumping, then you squat, bring one leg back, squat, one leg back. All right, we need some weights. All right, let's grab, I got 5 pounds. So I got triceps this time. Roll down, coming right back. So this is a real traditional move. It's one that we need to really think about though, because it's pretty easy to do this wrong, okay? If you're swinging your shoulders, then you're not working your triceps. Elbows are high, elbows are pulled together, and it's only your elbow that moves. So if you're not working out in front of a mirror, you might just want to run into the bathroom later and take a look at how your form is. That 1 minute break went fast. I was talking and jumping now. 5 more seconds, it's not that long. Nice and high. All right, first cardio. Cardios don't change. So it's jack, jack, knee, 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 jack, jack, knee, knee. If you're not jumping, I'm going to show you that version. Tap, tap, pull, pull, tap, tap, pull, pull. Up to you. Knee, knee. Good. Couple more. I like this one. Feels almost like dancing. Not really. I don't dance much though. Knee, knee. All right. We're coming down. Watch your heart rate. Keep your head a little bit above your chest. Some people, so this is a tricep push-up. Some people like to put their fingers into a triangle there. I like to keep them back. But the goal here is to push down and then up through the palms. So mine are on my knees. I find tricep push-ups to be really challenging. So if you're doing them from your toes, that's fine. You just need to come down low enough and press up so that you feel it. I get a better range of motion when I'm on my knees. But it's a tricep push-up, so your elbows are back, your arms skim right along your rib cage. Belly button's pulled in. I'm going pretty slow because it's such a long set. Now, if you're only getting this far, that's okay to start with. But what you want to do is, as you're building strength, you want to go lower. Real low and press up. All right, we got that more challenging cardio minute coming up. I got everything written down here. Good. Squat, lunge, squat, lunge. So I'm doing the jumping version all the way through, hopefully. Not talking though. If I don't set my watch though to a workout, it won't monitor my heart rate. And for something like this, I like to know what it is. Whew. 2, 1. 2 more of those is gonna be killer. All right, I'm using my band. If you don't have a band, then you can go ahead and grab a weight and do some overhead. But if you have a band, we did these the other day, you're gonna press back. So hold the band, press. This one isn't really very long because we have both sides to do. It's also a good chance for your heart rate to come back down. All right, one more here. Then you're just gonna roll your hands to switch. Eight, 6, 3, and 1. Good. Put it down, shake it out, come up overhead for a tricep stretch. So hand is coming down in between your shoulder blades if you can get it there. And switch to the other side. All right, our next set, I'm gonna use mostly the 10s, but I might need to go back down. I didn't even end up using the 15. I've got it though. There's no harm in taking it out. It only takes a few seconds to put it back. All right, we're gonna start with an upright row. So just to give you an idea there, I'm gonna stay here for a minute and stretch. Okay, upright row is gonna be right there. Okay, so I can do this in a squat and hold a squat, or I can come up with a higher leg. I'm gonna start mine in a squat because I can get the work in. So I'm gonna sumo squat, pull right up to the armpits and down. Right to the armpits, armpits and down. Armpits and down. The easiest modification here, aside from standing up higher, like that, is gonna be lighter weights, right? When we're lifting, you wanna have a weight that's challenging, but you shouldn't be moving with momentum, right? If I'm pulling going, huh, each time, that's not good, right? I should be pulling. I always say, you should control the weights. If the weights are controlling you, they're too heavy, and you could do some damage to your joints. So make sure you can control the weights. Good, those can come down, out of the way. Do not want to trip on weights, gotta keep them off to the side. All right, jacks, jack, jack, knee, knee, jack, jack, knee, knee. Keep going, jack, jack, knee. If you want to speed it up a little, you can. Doesn't matter which knee goes first. I actually kind of switch it up once in a while because I can't quite remember to do every other one. So just when I notice, I switch. Jack, jack. Last time I'm gonna finish jack, jack. Good. All right, we're coming up and over. So heart rate's gonna stay up a little bit here. So definitely watch your breathing, control your breath. Press it up and down. So for this version, I've got the weights sort of resting in my hands. My fingers can actually wiggle. I'm not gripping it. I'm just letting the weight fall into my hands. Definitely controlling it up and only bringing it down to a nice sort of a goalpost form. Just press them straight up and right back down. Right above my head. Nice and even as I come down. They feel heavy at the end. Good. All right. Oh, goodness. Second to last one of these. The thigh burner. Got it in 2 and 1. So squat, lunge, squat. Move away from my weights. Don't want to trip. I'm on a mat. You don't need to be. I just happen to be on a second story. And everyone doesn't really want to hear me working out, so this dulls the noise. Switch, down. Oh, that's halfway. Option here, squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat. If you need to, just make that squat higher. You don't have to go as low. All right, got about 10 more seconds. So I'm gonna finish with my jumps. 2, 1, good. All right. I'm gonna stick with the 10, but you might need to go down a little bit here. We're gonna keep our arms bent and bring them up, right to the side. If you've got much lighter weights, I can't do it with these, but your option would be to straighten your arms. Okay, I did one, that was it. Because longer lever is going to make that weight feel heavier. So if your weights are too light for you, that's an option. These are sufficient. They were a little light for overhead, but they're plenty for this. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, good. Shoulders down. We got back to go. So, I'm gonna keep my lighter weights. I am gonna need one of my 10s. Roll back, cross over. Okay, you gotta find the angle here that works for you. Come back, cross over the other side. So this is our last muscle group for this workout. Go ahead, stretch back this way. And then up to the front. Use one hand to guide the other, then the other. Bring it down, bring it up, bring it down. Good. All right, this first exercise, light weights, 3s, 5s, water bottles. Because what we're gonna do is a back fly. So you're down pretty low, knees are bent, and you're gonna pull your stomach in, push your arms up. So palms are down, knuckles are up towards the ceiling. You need to be low on this. If you're standing up high, it's not gonna work as well. If coming down low like this is difficult for you, then try adjusting the bend in your knees. These weights will get heavy pretty quickly though. You're about halfway through, and you don't want to jerk them back. Don't let them be too heavy, because if you're going huh, each time, then you risk injuring your joints. And injuries are bad. Lifting is good, but don't lift in a way that's going to cause injuries. Just a couple more. Last one. Good. All right, we're back to the jumping jacks. These are going to go to the side. I got jumping jacks in 2, 1. So remember, it's 2 jacks and 2 knees. 2 jacks, 2 knees. 2, 2. If you need to slow down, if you feel like your heart rate's too high, take the option, tap, tap, knee, knee, tap, tap, knee, knee. Up to you. There's no shame in slowing down. Good. Finish that. All right. Going back to my 10s here. We still have this position where we're down again, okay? So back to the same position. The weights are hanging. My palms are facing each other. I'm going to pull back and squeeze my shoulder blades. People like to rush this, but I'm going to recommend that you go fairly slowly. Same principle of you controlling the weights versus the weights controlling you. About halfway. I've got my form down now, so I sped up just a tiny bit, but even with speeding up, I hold the squeeze in the back for a sec. 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Good. I'm going to put those down and out of the way. I'm going to real quick move a couple things. I'll move the rest at the next break. We've got our leg burn, squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Legs get a lot of work during the day, right? You walk upstairs, you stand up. Upper body tends to be something that you need to specifically focus on to build up muscle. About 20 seconds left, so a little more than halfway already. 15 seconds is the last time we do these, thank goodness. 12 seconds. Make sure you can get the jump. If you're having trouble with the jump, keep it here. You don't want to twist your ankle. Good. All right, we're on the ground for this next one. So I'm actually going to pause us just for a little quick moment, and we're going to take a few breaths. Still going to be working back, but we're going to clear our mats because we're going to be down on the mats. Also, before we lie down, I like to make sure your heart rate's actually pretty much down. So take a second. If you have somewhere you can clean up a little bit, do that. Otherwise, just march in place while we let our heart rates come down. I'm going to use my heart rate as an assumption, even though no one's quite the same. We can generalize. All right. So our next move is a type of Superman move. And then we're going to stay on the mat to finish. The last 5 minutes set is all going to be core. So I'm going to restart this, and you're going to just lie on your stomach. Should work. Hopefully I have this right. I'm going to bring it with me just in case. All right, so you're on your stomach, and you're going to pull your belly button in, lift your arms and legs, pull the arms back, release, and drop. Up, pull, release, drop, up, pull. If you want to just do upper body, you can, and then you can switch it with lower body. So you go upper, pull, down, and then just the legs. Or if you can do it together, that's great. Interesting thing here, though, is you've got to pull your belly button into the mat. You don't want to use your stomach to press into the mat. You want to use your back muscles to create the lift. Otherwise, you're going to end up forming your stomach muscles in a convex shape. And most of us don't want that. Good. Come on to your hands. Just sit back. We are going to start with a plank because we're here, but we have a little bit of a rest here. So just take your hand, one down to the ground, do a little side stretch. Switch hands, stretch to the other side. You guys know I like to build my stretches in. And then before we plank, we're going to come back down to your stomach and pull one foot in. So this is a lying down quad stretch. As soon as I lay down, that's when the sweat starts. Switch legs, because we're going to come up in just a second into a low plank. And that low plank is going to have a twist. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I like to have my feet off the mat, but you can keep them on. Actually, I'll stay here so I'm in the frame. Good. Hold the plank, and you're going to come to the side, drop your hip, raise your hip back to the center. Side, drop, up, center. Side, drop, up, center. Side, drop. Take your time with it. If you did too fast, you're going to end up falling over, which from this height probably won't be too horrible. Three, 2, 1. Good. Onto your back. All right. Whew. Your head, heels are going to be on the ground, toes are going to be up. And we're going to do a full sit-up all the way up. We got a bunch of these today. 2. If the sit-up here, if you're not able to get all the way up, then you're going to crunch up to where you can. But while you're crunching or doing sit-ups, pull your belly button to your spine. A few more. All the way up. Some people like to lift their arms when they come up. It does help with a little bit of the momentum. The further you keep them back, the harder the lift is. Watch your form. Watch your back. Good. All right. So from here, you're going to twist open, halfway back, twist, halfway back, twist, half, twist, half, twist, half. If this is not comfortable for you, come down and we can get a similar movement by doing a modified bicycle. So I'm going to stay, whoop, twist, come back up. Ooh, now I got myself all mixed up. There we go. Oh, hopefully you didn't lose that. I lost it. Down, twist when I come up. Down, twist, down. Last one. Whew. All right, good. All right, roll down. Hands are going to go just under your tailbone, and your legs are going to come up straight if you can. You're going to drop them down. Now pull them out, and up. Down, in, out, up. Down, in, out, up. If that's too much, just go in and out. You can go high, so your angle is more like a 45-degree angle. As long as you're pulling your belly button to your spine, then you're going to be okay. If you can, keep the straight leg portion in. Keep the straight leg portion in. I know I show a lot of modifications, but just keep doing what feels right to you. Good. Come on up. All right, last thing. Final little cardio burst. So you're going to turn onto your hands and you're going to do a little mountain climber. If you're not into mountain climbing, you can step touch slowly. You're going to feel your core. But if you can get the cardio, you can run it out. Try to keep your back straight, shoulders away from your ears. It's pretty long, so pace yourself. Halfway, so I'm not going all out. If I need a break, I hold the plank just long enough to catch my breath, and then I try to bring it back. Breaks are always allowed. I just don't recommend stopping cold Your heart rate needs to come down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump or crawl in. All right, good. Stand up. Big breath in and out. My arms really felt that one. Roll back, roll forward, roll back, roll forward. I'm gonna end like I usually do. We want our heart rate to come down. So a couple seconds just here. Heart rate's up reasonably high. This is a traditional HIIT workout, right? High intensity interval training. So those highs are high, and then you want to bring it back down. Use those recoveries. Grab a leg, stretch your quad out. Use your recoveries well. Stretch during the recoveries, active recovery. Just stopping cold. It's going to tell us we're done in 16 seconds, but hold tight. I want to finish stretching. Go ahead. Switch so that your leg comes up onto your quad, not resting on your kneecap. Get the stretch there. Let your breath come back.
Activity completed.
Activity completed. Just the cool down now, the stretch. All right, heel down, toe up, and adjust so that you've got a good stretch. Drop your chest towards your thigh as far as it goes. If you can reach your foot, you can pull up a little bit. Otherwise, you can stay high as long as you're feeling a stretch. A stretch feels good. If it starts to not feel good, then it's not good for you. Okay, you're hyperextending. You might be pulling something that doesn't want to be pulled. So you'll feel a nice sort of release. Sometimes it almost feels a little warm, but it shouldn't pull, it shouldn't hurt. And I know I say it all the time. I know I sound repetitive to those of you who've watched a few of the videos, but pain is not good. The myth of no pain, no gain is just ridiculous. You shouldn't be in pain. You should never really be in pain. You might be a little bit sore here and there, but you gotta be good to your body. You gotta take care of it. You've gotta eat right, you've gotta hydrate right. Overstressing your body, and people don't always think of this, but if you're overtraining, if you actually get to the point where you're truly overtraining, you can kind of risk some side effects to that because your body still sees it as stress, right? Stress is stress to your body. So there's a balance between training healthy, in a healthy way and hurting yourself. So I'm pretty careful with that. Go ahead, come down and up. Professional athletes, guys, yeah, they work out like crazy. I know. Their self-care regime is usually pretty intense too. It usually involves a lot of massage, a lot of physical therapy on a constant basis, right? We usually only go to a physical therapist if something's wrong. If you're a professional athlete, you're seeing a physical therapist as sort of part of your routine. You're doing a lot more for very intentional recovery than most home workout sort of style videos allow for. So take care of yourself. You've only got one body. You don't want to overextend, overexert. You want to find a good balance so that you can stay really healthy for a really long time. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.